Hello everybody and welcome back to TWIO. This week in Osu, the show where I go through some cool plays that have happened this week and then we talk about some fun and interesting news at the end. But to start with, we do the question of the week, and the question of the week this week is, how do you feel about the current state of the Osu laser UI, and how would you feel with this being pretty much the final iteration of the UI for the laser client? This comes from a poll on Reddit where the general consensus is that no, a lot of people actually aren't okay with it being the final version, and I'm curious what you think. I personally like the laser client, except for the one fact that the song selection feels more focused on the leaderboards and the information on the left than it does on the actual selection on the right. And I don't like that if I'm scrolling through the song selection and then I accidentally mouse over to the plays on the left, then I just get skipped back to the map that I was looking at. But anyways, now that we're done with the question of the week, we go on to the plays, and to start with, everybody knows what's happened this week. Cryshina or Toromivana has set the new PP record. It's a 2,187 PP play on Power of the Dragon Flame with DT Hard Rock. Now this is a brand new speed map that has been ranked recently, and oh my lord, there is a lot of controversy around this play. To start with though, a little fun fact about the play: it has been 9 years since CookieZ's second 727 PB play, and this score triples that. But a lot of the community are pushing back on this being the PP record. One guy said that watching this, he felt like BTMC when he was teaching John Paula how to be him, where he watched a top speed play and was saying that it looks like every other speed play that he'd seen, and the community kind of got mad at BTMC for saying that, because they were saying that no, this one's different and this one's way more impressive, and he just didn't pay it enough attention to understand why it was a good score. But people are starting to feel like we're just seeing the same speed map over and over and over again, and it's getting a little tiring. And another point that people have made is that Nineric came and played this map with only 38 play count for this month, yet still managed to get a 1.4k PP play, showing that it could be that this map is just severely unbalanced, because someone should not be able to just set a 1.4k like that with barely any play count. Although some people are arguing that Nineric is just the go and doesn't get rusted. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think that Toromivana deserves this record? Do you think it's insane that Toromivana has like 5 1.9ks and the PP record right now and is still number 2? But lastly, for this PP record, the last thing I will say is that it is going to be rebalanced and nerfed by 400 PP in the rework, down to a 1.7k PP play. But now that we're done with the huge news of the PP record, it is time to talk about some other players. To start with, Chicony has popped off this week. We begin with a CookieZ snipe on Boozehound after 10 years, and this is actually the first 3 mod FC on the map. He then went ahead and sniped MREC on the map Remote Control, again with 3 mods, because Chicony just put the 3 mods on, I guess, and just started playing maps, you know. He then also got the first 3 mod FC in 14 years on the map Killer Song. This is a 600 PP play, but still insane that this is the first person 3 mod FC on the map. And finally, my favorite play that he has set, a 3 mod FC in 10 years on the map Stellarium. Moving on from Chicony though, we go over to Bonk, who has set the first FC in 6 years on the map Suicide Parade. Now, it seems like this week is just the week where people set first of something in X amount of years. But this is a really impressive play because not only is it the first FC, but it's actually the first Hard Rock FC at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of nuts that the first FC on the map overall is a Hard Rock play. But next up, it's 3-mod week because Blobnom has set the first 3-mod FC on How Do You Do in nearly 16 years, which is insane because I know for a fact that some of the people watching this right now are younger than 16 years old. This map is older than you, and this is the first 3-mod FC on it. And lastly for the plays, we have one of my absolute goats, Ethan Tricks V3, and soon to be V4, because the rule is once he sets a 1k, he'll become V4, and this was his first 800, and of course his now top play. But now that we're done with the plays, we get onto the news, and oh my god, it is a loaded week for news. So to start with, the Reddit user Harvey WTF has released the Osu Rank Guesser website, which if you watch Koi Fisher, you'll know that rank guessing is where you get to watch a replay and then guess what rank they are based on the replay. And this guy took that concept from the streams and turned it into a website that you can play yourself, and you get an elo based on guessing the ranks. Now, when it was released, I did look through the comments and a lot of people were saying that there's some bugs, but it's still definitely fun to play, and I'm sure the guy will be fixing all of the problems over the coming weeks. Next up, another third-party Osu tool or software, whatever. The Reddit user Z Lanad, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, has created Companella, which is an Osu Mania companion tool. Now, if you've ever used the Osu trainer tool that was released by, I believe, Fun Orange, this is kind of similar to that, but it's for Osu Mania, specifically 4K, 6K, and 7K. So it will show you the interlude rating of the current map, it will show the Sunny rework rating as well, and it has a rate changer, session tracking, a map recommender. That's just a few of the features. If you're into Osu Mania, definitely go check this out. I'll leave the post in the description. But now we move on to some Osu Laser news. To start with, Osu Laser is probably going to be released on iOS this year. According to Peppy, there's no confirmed date, but he wants it done by the end of 2026. And for other features coming this year, we have an in-depth skin editor being at least worked on this year. The Reddit user KRum117 was asking on a post about what questions would you ask Peppy if there's going to be an in-depth skin editor, and I know for a fact that I would definitely love this. Laser is my main client, and editing skins is kind of annoying because you have to export them, unzip them, change the files that you want, repack them, and then import them into Laser. So I would definitely love if I could just change the circles or the cursors or the health bars in game. It will be extremely nice when this change comes around. Next up, for Logoff Now's birthday, a map was released called Lon Memories, and this is a list of all popular Lon songs. But finally, we go to Osu Mania, where the new Osu Mania PP record has been set by the player Kalkai on the map Buzzcuts for 1,723 PP at a 99.44% accuracy. It's an absolutely insane play. I'm not necessarily a Mania main. I've played Mania. I can only really do 4 keys. Any more than that, and that's just too confusing for me. But this is still definitely impressive. But anyways, that about does it for this week in Osu. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing to keep up with the series. And if you have any feedback, positive or negative, please do leave it down in the comment section below. I will read it. If you'd like to hang out with me and other people who play Osu and watch TWIO, please join the Discord down in the description below. And the last thing I'd like to say is that I've been getting into some MCSR ranked recently, and so I think I'm going to start streaming over on Twitch. So definitely do come along if you're interested. I know it would be great for me to play Osu on stream because I am an Osu creator after all, but I'm just not really into playing it right now, at least not consistently enough to stream it. But I know there's a lot of overlap between Osu and MCSR, so hopefully some of you guys are interested and you come and watch. Oh, and if you want to be notified when I go live, join the Discord as well, and I'll be telling people there that I'm live. But that's about everything, so I will see you next week in Osu.